And benvenuti, fellas and bellas all over the world. Welcome to another episode of the Napoli Rant. I am Raff Bizz, joined by my co-host, the Vicar of Vesuvius, Raffa Rispo.
What's up, everybody? Come stai oggi, Raff Bizzarro?
I am good, sir, and how are you?
Doing pretty good. Yeah. Yesterday was a very interesting outcome. It was a very interesting game.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, we're here. It's October 30, which means it's the
Most
day before Halloween.
Mm.
Ooh, today is the spooky rant. I
Yes,
guess I got
that,
formerly known as Gabagool here.
that's cool.
He's Vafungul now.
He's
That's it.
Vafan cool.
He's Vafungul. Say hi, Mr. Ghoul, Mr. Vafungul.
I am Vafan cool.
Last year he had the Italian flag hat on, but this year we're representing
Love it.
Diego Armando Maradona on his what would have been 63rd birthday today. And I'm representing the Halloween game, so I think we need to
Love
get
it.
the show on the road, right?
Get the show on the road. Hello to all our people in the live chat as well as our audio listeners. Like Rafa said, let's get on the road. But before we do, the Napoli Rant is brought to you in part by Tifosi Napoli Club New Jersey.
Can you hear me now? Yes, I can hear you now. We're doing a lot better with
we are, right?
transition. Yes, we are.
Great. First comment. Let's get this, boys. Free Lindstrom, Antonio Arcamo.
Free Lindstrom. I like
Free
that.
Lindstrom. That's a good one. I like that. Antoinette. Ciao, bella.
Hey, Antoinette.
Soflo Luco. Hello.
Soflo.
Hello from New York. I guess.
No, CT. He's in Connecticut right now.
No, I'm saying hello. You know.
Hello from New York. Yes. Yeah, hello from New
York. Let's go. He also says, let's go get Garcia packed. So he Michael Rinaldi in the house. Hello, Michael. Ciao ragazzi. Ciao to you guys. Ciao to you guys, man. You know, before we move forward, guys, don't forget, show your support by subscribing to our YouTube channel and be sure to give this episode a like. Yes, please do so. Please do so. Give it a like, guys. Give it a like. If you're on the replay, put your thumbs up there, man.
It's not that hard.
It's easy. It's easy. Christopher Estrada, ciao, Raff N Raff. What's the deal, Christopher?
Ciao, my man. How you doing?
Vafangul in the casa. Yes, he is, man.
Yes, he is.
So, guys, listen. Let's get down to business here. Napoli draw Milan at the Stadio Maradona, 2-2. And what was a really exciting game? I mean, it was lots of energy, Rafa. I mean, it was definitely back and forth. Matteo Bonetti, who was on the show a couple weeks ago, was the color commentator for the game, and he said it. Man, what a game! Right from the opening.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get everybody's thoughts now. I don't know. I want to get everybody now. Everybody here is kind of pointing fingers at Garcia. I think it was a tough game personally. Now, I'd like to know if there's anybody out there. Now, whether you want to leave it in the comments, if you're on the replay, because I want to know, or if you're here watching the live show, or even in the audio, does anybody blame anything else? Like, does anybody... I mean, we tied. It was a draw, and it was a tough game. It was against Milan. I know their form has been so lately, but is there anything else but Garcia? Or is it just all Garcia?
Well, Ralph. I'd like to see, Ralph, I'd like to see you put some people's thoughts up there. But while they compile their thoughts onto text, I'd like to say that, in my opinion, I don't know where else to put the blame. Like, honestly, I Antoinette have Garcia take him at it with him. We'll talk about that. Yeah, Chris Estrada did say that we're happy with the result, though, right?
I'm going to defend
Beast. Well, Beast to maybe least. We talked about this off air. We'll get to that. In my opinion, there's not much else to to blame. Like who else takes the Fafangul available as interim manager? I'm gonna post a pic of it. Actually, I think I did on my Twitter. I'll post it on the Rant Twitter too and Instagram. Fafangul is just chilling here. We'll get his thoughts in a minute. We got his thoughts last year, remember. Well, where else can you go? Garcia is the one to take the blame, in my opinion, because I'm looking at the starting 11 again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, whether Elmas was injured in the last couple of games or not, I think, you know, there was some sort of nagging little injury plaguing him after the internationals. But before the internationals, he didn't really play Elmas that much, and he goes right into the starting role for Anguissa, where I think Cayuste, it may be hot and cold, but Cayuste definitely could have, you know, taken that starting position. But Anguissa comes in the last few minutes of the game. Does maybe he not have a full starting, you know, a 90 minutes in him? No, but maybe if he's available to play, maybe you start him and then go ahead and put Elmas in off the bench, because as we've seen time and time again, Elmas is probably one of our best, if not the best, bench player that we have. Right. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he was leading goal scorer off the bench last season in Serie A. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about that stat. I doubt I am, because he was one of Napoli's top goal scorers, and most of his appearances were off the bench. So there is a mistake right there for me. You know, I would much rather see Cayuste or Anguissa start that game yesterday.
Okay.
You know, and then, I mean, I don't think he did anything bad as far as the starting 11 besides that. But then there was, towards the end of the game, the substitution that he made at the end. I mean, well, let's go into timeline here, right? Giroud scores after you know, how many minutes? 25, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
He gets 2 goals, 22nd minute and the 31st minute. So in a half hour, he gets 2 goals. The first goal, very, very tough. Like, I was giving it to Meret all for about 10 straight minutes. But then when you look at that replay again and again, and you watch it again, Ralph, right? It's a very, very difficult. The first goal. It's a very, very difficult shot, right?
Let's touch on that, guys. Let's start from the back and kind of work our way up, right? Meret, the first goal. Go ahead. I mean, I'm gonna defend it, but I want your take.
Your mic. Just touch it. Go ahead.
Are we good?
Yeah. A little bit.
Only a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But okay. So we're gonna give our, basically what Ralph was saying is we're gonna give our take on Meret now. Okay. I was pretty pissed off because at first I saw the shot come in, or the cross come in, and I didn't really see Giroud's head hit the ball. So in live time, what I see is a cross come in and Meret just kind of snowflake it with his wrist, and I was so mad. And I tweeted out, "Get me! I'm back on the Meret out train. That's it. It's official. This and that." And even if Giroud's header, point blank, threw him off, he got a hand to it. Why can't his hand be a little more sturdy? Right? Like, what is this? Like, you can't really defend him. I don't know how to defend him, Ralph, because he made contact with that ball. He had the reflex enough to make a contact with the ball. He saved the ball into his own net. Like, what is this? Blast it out with your hands, or punch it out, or go ahead.
But that goal was point. I mean, that shot was point blank. Now there's something in goaltending called save selection, and the goaltender has to decide within fractions of a second as to what kind of save to make. Did he think that ball was gonna maybe come more closer to his face, like direct, that he had to maybe punch it up or punch it away, and then he second guessed, so his hand got a little, I don't know what it got, little deformed over there, and then he had a kind of a weak wrist, and hence didn't give like a nice hard slap, because it's easy to say, oh, well, why didn't you just do this? It's like, Garcia came out of nowhere, all alone, unmarked, practically.
You
Rahmani
mean
botched that
Giroud, right? Yeah,
Giroud
Giroud. Yeah.
came totally unmarked for the most part, where Rahmani kind of botched his defense and was a couple feet away. That's not easy thing to block.
No, listen, it's not. And as a goalkeeper myself,
Right.
I understand that. But I mean, if you've got your hand on the ball, I need you to be a little more aggressive. That's where I'm at, right? Like, it just didn't show too much aggression to me. Like, if that ball had not been headed away, what would he have done? The same thing with a weak wrist? Like you said it yourself, weak wrist. You can't have a weak wrist at that keeper's position. I understand the split second decision that you have to make, but it just wasn't good enough. It didn't show me what he did last season. Now, again, Ralph, I may give him a slide. I may
He's too skinny.
let it.
He needs to eat.
I may.
Eat up beats. Eat up beats.
I mean, maybe, but I may let it slide because of the fact that Giroud took a really good touch on it. I mean, it's definitely a touch that would throw him off, and I see your point now, but like, it's still, for me, it's too many of those are going to cost us games and championships, and that's where he didn't make mistakes last season. So where is that meta? And it may come down to mentality, right? I mean,
I want to read this comment out right now, real quick, Raff, from People 10. Keepers must anticipate. Much harder to do when your team leaves 3 players unmarked, which leaves Moret with an impossible decision, guessing which pass is going to be picked out. Now, maybe I'm a little biased here because this is kind of goes with my take, but yeah, it's a hard thing to do, man. I mean, it's a hard decision to make. You have to literally decide. First of all, see the shot, know where it's going, and decide what save to make in order to have the best possible outcome. So it's really, really hard. If Giroud was out a little bit more, then I would say, okay, hey, Moret needs to do a little bit better. But I'm going to give him a small pass. I'm going to give him a pass, Rafa, in this case. I mean,
I'll go with you on it. Again, if at the time,
pass or no pass.
time that it happened,
pass or no pass.
I'll pass. He gets a pass, but he can't do it again. Like, again, Ralph, it would have been one thing if he completely missed the ball completely because the angle changed after the ball came in, whatever. But it just, I rather him have swatted it out, right? And
that's what I'm saying. Like, he tried.
But I'd rather him have given a harder touch and I'd rather him have like swatted the ball harder and it went back behind him. You know what I mean? Or I'd rather him have missed the ball completely. It was just a real snowflakey touch, like it was it's like he was trying to save an egg, and make sure it doesn't break. No, I'm serious. It was being really delicate. Like, it was just the delicacy of the touch. For me, it threw me off, and I will retract my, the tweet's still up, but whatever. I'll retract my meta out, #meta out. Because he was wonderful for us. He won us a Scudetto, but this is a new season and we got to get it going. Come on, let's go.
All right. So let's pass or no
pass. That's goal 1. Yeah.
Let's move forward to our defense now. I'm going to read out a comment here from Italian Punk. Defense is all about synergy. Osti and Atan have been the best pair we've had all year. Even Moret was better with them two as center backs.
Now, yeah, I mean, I agree.
We all know how we feel about Mario Rui on the left, and obviously Di Lorenzo on the right is our Iron Man. But I'm with this comment, man. I mean, I have nothing against Rahmani. He just came out of injury, and he played. Garcia gave him the full 90 minutes, mind you, after when he came back. When Ostigard and Atan were quite honestly doing very well, and then he's been playing ever since. And even when he did put Ostigard in, he kept Rahmani in the game as well. So, listen, I really have nothing against Rahmani. I thought he did well last year. some people are saying, yeah, we see, just how he was when he had Kim next to him and Koulibaly. But for whatever reason this season, to me, in my opinion, at the moment, it seems as if what Italian Punk said, Ostigard and Natan, right now the better duo. I think, and especially we saw what happened with Giroud in the air. To me, Ostigard takes care of that. Ostigard is one of the best aerial duelers on the team, in my opinion. So could have that goal been avoided? I don't know, but Rahmani got bodied, man. And I want to see a little bit more toughness. We need it back there.
So, I mean, here's Rahmani by the numbers. Okay. He won 4 duels. He lost 2. He won the duels that he won were ground. Okay. And I saw it. I'm not going to comment on it.
No.
The duels that he won were ground duels, and he won 1 aerial duel and lost 2. And the 2 aerial duels that he lost were the 2 goals, and that's bad, right? You could put all these numbers out here. 2 tackles out of 2 blocks, 4 defensive actions, 5 recoveries. It just isn't enough. When you know that Giroud is pretty much your kryptonite because the guy scores almost all the time he's on the pitch against Napoli. You need to mark him, and you need to mark him like you've never marked anybody else. You need to mark him like how Calabria marks Kvaratskhelia. For some strange reason, Calabria has Kvaratskelia's number for the most part, except for like right at the end of the game yesterday. Rahmani needed to really, really be on Giroud, and he failed miserably at that. And I think that's what got him subbed out on the 46th minute. You're right. He's coming back from an injury. Maybe he needs a little more time. He can't get that next week because Natan ended up with two yellows. He's out for Salernitana. Okay. You're going to see Ostigard next week, unless for some strange reason Juan Jesus gets better and he decides to go with that. But I don't know if that's happening anytime soon.
When they turn out, right?
But yeah, man. No, I'm sorry, but this guy Rahmani just needs a little pick me up. He needs a little kick in the butt. You know what I mean? No, Juan Jesus is out till mid-November, so you'll see it. It's going to be Ostigard and Rahmani in the next game. So yeah.
Unless Garcia decides to pull we'll just use D'Lo in the middle and Zanoli will play on the right.
A three, yeah, right. Go. Oh yeah. I mean, hey, stranger things have happened. I've seen Di Lorenzo play center back before, so that could be a thing. But I don't know. Do you think Ostigard and Rahmani would work out together?
I don't think we have a choice, do we? I mean, I don't think we've had a choice watching our subs play all season, and this is the thing that bothers me again. Maybe Anguissa didn't do that great, but again, he's just coming back off injury. We know how he gets when he gets tired and injured. He comes back, not in the same form. He was dead tired versus Real Madrid. I said it, but he played 90 minutes, comes back the next game. He's taking a jog. All of a sudden, grabs the back of his leg. Injury. Didn't see Cayuste. Then we throw in Cayuste. He's not getting continued minutes. Doesn't play well. Rahmani gets hurt when we should have had, and then Ostigard comes in. Ostigard and Etienne start killing it. Rahmani gets better. Boom, we throw Rahmani. In full 90 minutes, back to back to back. Now he's not playing well. I mean, the guys, for me,
and then to be fair, Rahmani comes out in the 46th minute, right, and halftime. Ostigard goes in for him, and we're a different squad. You know what I mean? We're a different squad defensively. We're pushing forward. We're moving the ball. It was Rahmani, it was Elmas, and it was Mario Rui that came off at the beginning of the second half for Ostigard, Simeone, and Oliveira. And God, I gotta tell you, I mean, we wanted Mario Rui on that left side. but he wasn't really doing it against Milan. We put in Oliveira. He kind of did it. So he's like sort of contradicting us, isn't he? Like, because we
I thought
were
he did
all about
okay. I
Mario.
thought he did
I
okay,
thought he
man.
did
He had a
pretty
full
good, man.
stop. I thought he did
That's
okay,
second
man.
hot. That's second. Who, Mario Rui or
Yeah,
Matias Oliveira?
I thought Rui did okay. I thought he
I
did
thought
okay.
Oliveira. I thought Oliveira did okay when he came
All
in
right.
too.
All right. So he changed the things. I mean, I was listening to Dom on Napoli Talk, and
Okay,
one of his viewers had a comment that said, "Is using Raspadori now, is it better to use a guy like Oliveira? Because whereas Rui, one of his strengths is to cross, right? It's better to have a guy like Osimhen in the middle because he got ups.
that's a great point.
So it's a good point that I was listening. So shout out to
So
that viewer, Napoli
yeah.
Talk.
Shout out to Dom too from Napoli Talk. Great dude, great show, excellent.
Come
If
to the
you want,
Napoli Discord. I'll put the link in the description.
yeah, you want that in depth stuff,
Yeah.
man. And it's quick. He comes up with it quick. So you're telling me Mario Rui is more effective on the pitch with
Somebody to cross to.
Osimhen to cross to, or a bigger number 9 to cross to, and Kvaratskhelia is also better on the pitch with Mario Rui, and that's actually
They
a
played great
fact.
together. They
His
played
his
great together
but
in that first half.
his numbers show that Mario Rui is better for Kvaratskhelia, but it only works when we have Osimhen because you have
Yeah,
Mario Rui to cross into.
here's the deal. You got so you can then say the point, why not start a guy like Simeone? He's bigger, a little
Yes.
rougher, he's taller.
Yep. He's
And
a number
we've
9,
seen we've
a
seen
pure
in the
number 9.
past Mario Rui just fucking lay gorgeous crosses right to his forehead for the goal. I mean, again, why isn't Simeone getting the minutes? Like I love Raspadori. I want him to play, but that doesn't mean he has to play the number 9 the whole time. He could play in the middle.
Let me ask
He
you
could have
this.
had Lindstrom.
Let me
Elmas
ask
could
you
have came
this.
off the bench.
Yeah.
This all could have been done. I
Let me
like
ask you
Elmas
this.
behind the strikers, man. He's very creative.
But what if we do this for Salernitana, right? So now we have Salernitana. Well, we're gonna get to the second half because it was great. But moving ahead really quickly because we're talking about it right now, it's fresh in our minds, right? What if instead of starting Raspadori at the number 9, we move him back to Zielinski's position and put Simeone there? So now you're starting Anguissa, Lobotka, and Raspadori in the midfield with Politano, Simeone, Kvaratskhelia. Maybe get Mario Rui another start there with Natan and not Natan, Ostigard and Rahmani.
I wouldn't have. I mean, I don't even mind with Anguissa hurt. I wouldn't even mind watching Raspadori on the right because now you got Politano, Raspadori, and Di Lorenzo, 3 Italian national players, all on the same side. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, but does that leave the left side a little bit to be desired? Because then you'd have to put Cayuste.
You still got Cavada, Zielinski, and Mario Rui on the left.
So you're saying to start Zielinski and Raspadori in the midfield?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. As more of an offensive weapon, and then maybe towards the end of the game, if you want to take out Simeone if he's tired, or and I don't think you need to because he's barely playing, or if you want to take on Raspadori and put in Cayuste to add a little bit of height, strength, and defense to the midfield, you can do that.
Against Salernitana, probably.
But even
probably,
maybe just in general for right now with Osimhen out, that's very possible.
But I fear that we're just a little too attacking with that. We
got to score goals, man.
No. Listen, I get that. But when you have two center backs out, right, and we have Mario Rui in there instead of Oliveira, because if that's the case, we put Oliveira in for a little more defense, because I just feel they're just a bit too attacking there. Against Salernitana, I wouldn't mind trying that because Salernitana really offers nothing. Dia is not the Dia that scored in the 85th minute at the Maradona last year. that spoiled our Scudetto party. That's not the same Dia this season for some reason. I think against them we can try something like that. But for me, that becomes like a 4-1-2-3, like very, very attacking. But I wouldn't mind having I just think Raspadori's better left, you know? Put Raspadori with
that's the thing.
Kvara.
But here's the deal. Remember what I mean? All right, granted, Spalletti's not our coach, but
Right.
don't forget, last season, nobody was locked into a side. How many times did we see
No.
Cavada on the left going all the way
Yeah.
to the right? Just because he's starting on the right doesn't mean he's locked in on the right. He can move central.
I was almost
Central.
hoping he would move
He,
central towards the end of the game
he can
yesterday.
move. How many times does Di Lorenzo move up and he's almost acting as a midfield or a winger? Like, to me, just because he starts on the right doesn't mean he's locked in on the right. He can move centrally. He can shoot on both feet. To me, it's about, can he now move into the middle and support the striker to stay behind them? Can he get the ball in the midfield, send a cross, send a long ball, send a through ball, create some kind of magic, you know? Like last year, we were not locked into, even though we had a formation, we had an idea, we were not locked in to our position.
Right.
But I want to get into beast of the match soon, Rafa. So I'm gonna let everybody take a minute to say their beast. And
while they get their beast going, let's just touch on the goals really quick. The goals that we scored. Because we made those three. Guys, get your beasts in. We made those 3 changes at the half, and we were a different freaking team, Ralph. Milan got shell-shocked, in my opinion. And it was just unbelievable how the show's title, Tale of Two Halves, right? I mean, Politano's goal from Di Lorenzo's service was just, I mean, the way he got around, who did he get around? Teo Hernandez like that? Or was it Reinders that he got around like that? It was unbelievable how he just
for
the goal.
It was Pellegrino.
Unbelievable.
Pellegrino and
was it
and what's his name?
Was it Pellegrino? Yeah. You're right. No, it couldn't have been Pellegrino.
Juke 2 of them.
It was Pellegrino. Yeah. It was Pellegrino. You're right. It was Pellegrino.
Looked up. Right. They subbed him in and then they took him out the second half, man. I feel bad for that young man, but oh well.
It was Pellegrino. He got played. Well, we're lucky that Kalulu got injured and they were without Chiao, because Pellegrino comes in and just kind of stank it up. And then the free kick. The free kick heard round Serie A. It's the first free kick made from a direct free kick spot in Serie A this season, and it's Giacomo Raspadori who almost scored a goal in the first half. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was Politano who almost scored a goal in the first half. That would have been interesting.
Oh man, what a miss!
No, it was I remember getting really annoyed at Raspadori for skying the ball, or like he took a shot from. That's another thing. Why were they taking shots from midway? Like they were making shots from Magnan was coming out, but like, what is that? Is that a Rudi Garcia? You know, we didn't see that once last year. Now we see it 3 times in the game this year. They must have had a bet. Oh, don't start accusing Napoli of betting.
Take that back.
Now we're gonna open up a whole new can of worms with that, man. As far as this guy that's accusing everybody of betting, Napoli are not involved, so let's not go there. But yeah, 2-2. I couldn't believe what I saw. Like, I mean, my boys were like, "Oh, it's not over. It's not over," and it wasn't over. It was great, and we, 2-2. We kept going. We kept pressing. Kind of took the foot off the brake, the pedal just a little bit after that second goal. Almost found the third with Kvaratskhelia. At the very end of that match, Ralph, I didn't tell you this off the air, Ralph, but that goal, that goal would have been an $800 goal for me.
Oh, what, with Kvara?
Yes. I had a 7-leg parlay. I had all 5 of them. I had over 2.5 goals, both teams to score, Leao to take a shot on target. I got the corner kicks. I got Giroud goal, because you'd be stupid not to bet Giroud goal against Napoli at the Maradona. I got Giroud goal. right? So that's 5. I hit all 5 of those, right? I obviously had Napoli to win, and I had Kvara to score. If Kvara hits that goal,
man, what a
with
parlay.
no time left,
What was the wager?
$10, $800 win.
Damn. All right.
I don't remember if I posted it. I might have posted it.
That makes me sad.
But I videoed the reaction.
Oh man.
You'll see. It was terrible, man.
So what's your wager, ladies and gentlemen out there? Beast of the match, man. Who do we think? It's gonna be a good one.
Let us know.
And here it is. I think this is the first time all season.
Yes, first time for Politano.
Well, yeah,
Matteo
not only
Politano.
that, but I'm just looking.
No, go ahead. I really love the video.
How'd you like Beast of the Match?
That was great. The Halloween themed Beast of the Match video was great. Mind you, this Beast of the Match brought to you by Pizzatiello in Pearl River, New York. Our buddy Dan Niz is the owner operator. Look at Ralph Pizarro's hat. Look at that hat. Where's my hat? Next time I come down, I'm bagging that hat. I'm bagging it next time I come down.
Tell her, guys.
Beautiful
Pearl River,
stuff.
New York. Come see me. Come see us. I'm gonna be working.
Ooh, that's right. Another announcement. Ralph Pizarro took a position,
and Dan Niz have combined forces, guys.
Oh my gosh,
we are combining forces. You want to talk about 2 strikers on at the same time? All right, we're the Simeone and Osimhen of the pizza world, guys. Yeah,
it's a 4-4-2.
Oh man. And
you're the 2. You're the 2 up front.
You're the 2 up front, baby. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
That's guys. So great. Napoli Rant, Tri-State Napoli Club, Pizzatiello. It's all coming together, right? It's all coming together. This is beautiful. I love it. But Politano, man, beast of the match. I don't see how you give it to anyone else, honestly.
Great game. No. Great season so far, to be honest.
Dude.
He's been one of the best on the field.
He's got the most goals and assists combined on Napoli right now. He's having a fantastic season. Again, but begs the question, why has Spalletti not called him to the national team? I mean, if you had Raspadori, Di Lorenzo, you said it yourself, on the same side or on the pitch at the same time, come on, man. I mean, in my opinion, he needs to be there. He's hit his stride for age 30, hasn't he? I mean, just unbelievable.
Yeah. No, he what Mutt's saying, he stepped up. Almost
scored the goal in the first too. It was crazy.
Could have had 2 goals, right?
Yeah.
Could have had 2 goals. I mean, he's hustling, and I think what I liked most about him is that after the goal, how he addresses the crowd to kind of get into it, and I like that. I think that's beastly. He's just been really stepping up this season for whatever reason. Maybe because Lindstrom is behind him, he doesn't want to lose his spot. I don't know, but certainly
but Lindstrom's not really threatening his spot, is he? Not with
not now because Politano's doing well. But what happened if Politano drops in form? Does Rudi Garcia switch over to Lindstrom and start giving him a chance? But either way, he's doing well. Beast of the match. Congratulations, Politano, for match day 10, Napoli versus Milan.
Well deserved.
And I think everybody kind of agrees in the chat. Everybody really, like, for the most part, like 90% of people here pick Politano. So
good. What about Zanoli coming in for Politano in the 83rd minute? That was just weird, wasn't it?
Apparently, and by the way, thanks to Italian Punk, because he kind of corrected me in the Discord, because I didn't realize that Zanoli came in before. Came in before Natan got the red card. So
yeah, he was in first.
Yeah, because apparently Garcia can see the future, and he knew that Natan was going to get the red card. So he put in Zanoli, apparently, right? Was that where
Ralph? You can't be serious.
I mean, that's what he said in the press conference, right? If I'm not mistaken.
That's what he said. That's what he said in the press conference.
Can anybody confirm in the chat? Because from what I understand,
so he said, I knew Natan was going to get another yellow, so I put Zanoli in instead of subbing Natan out.
He knew. Garcia knew, man.
So what he could have done was sub Natan out for Zanoli, move Rachmani and Di Lorenzo over to the middle, like we were just talking about, for like 7 minutes. For 7 minutes, okay, and we would have had all 10 field players out there, and maybe could have pressed for a goal because Zanoli's pretty fast on that side. Am I correct or am I not correct? Oh my gosh. So now we don't have Natan against Salernitana where we're having a center back issue.
Right.
But Rudi Garcia is actively playing with fire and sacrificing Natan for the next match so that he can give Zanoli some minutes because he knew he'd get the second yellow.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny to me. This makes it more of a clown show, Ralph. It does. It makes it more of a clown show. This guy cannot leave my club faster. I'll tell you right now, if I was ever a proponent in going against what De Laurentiis usually does and sacking a manager midway without having a clear future plan, it's this season. Just get it done. Because that's ridiculous. If that's true, that's ridiculous. I'm floored. I'm floored by that. I don't understand that at all. Wow.
Wow. I don't know. Tell us how you feel, guys, in the comments. Funny how
that's on the level of subbing out Kvaratskhelia for Zerbin when we need a goal. That's on the level. That's on the same level, Ralph Bizarro.
Was he being sarcastic? I think Rudi was just being a dick. No, probably, right? Because he's already has his little beef with the.
Okay,
little beef with the.
Context is king. So when you see that on paper or you see that in a maybe he was. I wonder what the question was. Was the question why would you do that when you had
I think they were asking about Lidstrom. Like, why didn't you put in Lidstrom?
Yeah, but I need less of I want to be sarcastic and funny when we're not pulling results that we need.
Yeah.
Okay. Italian Punk. Fine. Because he put down. I think it's clear he was sarcastic. Don't give me the sarcasm. I don't want the sarcasm. If we're top of the league 8-1-1 like Inter is, then fine. Give me some sarcasm. I don't want the sarcasm. We're in 5th place. I don't want the sarcasm when we had to fight down 2-0 against Milan at home. I don't want the mind you, a Milan team that has not been good. Their last goal that they scored before these 2 goals against Napoli was the Pulisic goal against Genoa, which was a handball. I don't want sarcasm, dude. I want straight up, what the F are you doing? And here's what the F I'm doing. This was my train of thought. I would have accepted this.
Duck.
I would have accepted this. They just took out Giroud and Leao at the same time and put in Jokic and Okafor. Yeah. And we needed some legs in the defense to help with the pace. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear, well, clearly I knew Natan was going to get a yellow. It's the French. It's clearly I knew that Natan he was going to get the second yellow. And I don't want to. By the way, oh my gosh, speaking of French, yo, did you see what happened to Fabio Grosso yesterday, man? Did you see that?
It was some of the ultras.
Yeah. So Grosso is the manager of Lyon, and they went to Marseille. who's managed by Gattuso. So it's pretty crazy because you had Gilardino versus Pippo Inzaghi with Genoa versus Salernitana this week, right? So that was pretty fun. 2 World Cup winners, 2 ex-Milanisti, they had managed each other against each other. And then in France, you had Lyon traveling to Marseille, Grosso versus Gattuso. Next week, the very next day, another 2 World Cup winners managing against each other. But the Marseille fans attacked the bus, and so bad that Grosso must have got hit in the face with rocks or something, and he was bloodied and on the stretcher. It was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Hey, French fans, are you still mad about the 06 World Cup? Got that Grosso's kick won the World Cup? Is that what it is? Yo, man, chill out. What's going on here? Not for nothing, there was trouble at the Maradona too, because the match was stopped. I don't know if you saw that, Ralph, but the match was stopped for a couple minutes.
They were throwing the fireworks.
Bro, a fan passed away at the Maradona yesterday. I don't know if you read that.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, apparently, as per Calcio Napoli 24, a fan passed away. Like they found the fan dead on the in the stands. What like early this morning, they found him because they were cleaning and they found him or something like that.
Wait, what? He was there all morning,
bro. I'm telling you, I woke up this morning. It was like 5 a.m. and I read. It was one of the first things I read. Tifoso morto al Maradona.
That's just crazy.
I mean, as per Calcio Napoli 24, and there was crowd trouble yesterday too. So I don't know if anything had to do with that. I have no idea. But Maximus 1318.
Guys, I just put it in the link to the episode. So if you want to come into the Napoli Rant Discord, guys, the link is in this show's description, and you can even check it out on our socials. We should have one up there.
Right, and on the Far From Vesuvius audio, in the show notes, you'll find the Discord link. Any of the show notes, I put them in all of them, so you can find it there. But join it; it's pretty cool.
Mr. Fox,
yeah. Here you go.
The abandoned parking garage. 2 dudes tried sneaking into the stadium, from what the news is running. Well, buy your tickets, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, goddamn, that just sucks.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. Underground car park. I see. Yeah.
I'm going to put on some closing music, guys, because we got to cut out a little
bit. Wait a minute. We didn't get to the Champions League beast really quick.
Let's put it on right now.
Guys, Champions League. Oh, there goes your mic. So we won in the Champions League. We beat Union Berlin in that very stadium that Grosso scored the winning penalty kick to win Italy the World Cup in 06. That's where they play their games. And here is the beast of the match for that game. Yes, sir. Nathan De Souza. In my opinion, one beast of the match. Just the slide tackle in the second half alone.
Just one.
That was just it right there. Mind you, he had a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Fantastic game.
Honorable mention to Kvara as well.
Kvaratskhelia might have deserved it too. He got the player of the game as regarded by UEFA. Definitely deserved it. That play that he put on that left side to cut in and get Raspadori the goal. 1-0 Napoli. Second place in the group. Big game at the Maradona. Not this week. Midweek, because there's Coppa Italia this midweek. Napoli are not playing, but we find out our opponent. But after the Salernitana game, which is Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, midweek for that is Napoli versus Union Berlin, 4th game of the Champions League. For me, it's a must-win because if we win, and assuming that Real Madrid mops the floor with Braga, all we would need after that is a point from our next 2 games, which includes Real Madrid on the road and Braga, finishing it with Braga at the Maradona. We just need 1 point to qualify. So let's go. Nathan, beast of the match. Oh, I'm getting that kit. I'm getting Nathan put on the back of that Champions League kit, man. That did it for me. I love that guy.
Thank you to everybody in the chat. Maximus already in the Discord. Love it. Finally found it. Awesome.
Beautiful. Good job.
Good time, guys. If you see, again, check in the show's description. You can also check on our social medias from Twitter and Instagram. Come in. It's a great chat. Again, go hard, be respectful. That's my rule. You know, that's and everybody knows it, and everybody's really, really cool in there to share information. We're there on the games thread. Lots and lots of fun. Come in and rant. I love it there because I can take what you guys say there and bring it here on the show and really like it just, you know, we use it as material. So yeah, give a show a like.
It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time at the Church of Maradona because 63 years ago today, Dios was born. Christmas at the Church of Maradona, guys. Today is Maradona's birthday. Rest in peace, Diego. We miss you. And I'd like to add one more thing, Ralph, before we head out of here. Mm-hmm. It's come to my attention, and I don't even know if I spoke to you about this yet. It's come to my attention that there's a feeling of division in the Napoli community, and the Napoli Rant wants to let everybody here know that the Rant Discord and this show, the platform, the audio, the video, the live, is for every Napoli fan that wants to come in. We don't discriminate. We don't select. We don't care who comes in here. Fans of other clubs, fans of this club, I want everybody to come in here and watch, not just to support us, but just to be together as a community. And at the same time, I want everybody to watch Dom from Napoli Talk. I want everybody to listen to In the Shadow of the Studio, Joe Fischetti whenever he comes back, if he comes back. Hopefully Dan Bowen and his son Mario will get back together to do their thing, the Napoli Nation, and other Discords that are out there too. I want everybody, there's plenty of stuff, plenty of groups, plenty of places, plenty of clubs, we have grown this community. And when I say we, I don't mean Ralph and I alone. I mean everybody has. And I want everybody to understand that we're here for everybody. And as long as we're talking Napoli, we can have a great time. You know what I mean? Everything else goes out the window. We talk Napoli, we'll have a great time. We can argue, we can fuss, we can fight about certain things about Napoli, but at the end of the day, it's bringing us together. So I just wanted to extend that message. Ralph, I know it's a little impromptu. I didn't clue you in on it, but I just want everybody to understand that our message is to help, not be the catalyst, but help grow this entire community for everybody and in every land. Okay? So just so you guys all understand where I'm coming from, I want everybody to support everybody. And I'm going to do my part to be a little better about supporting everybody else too. So just wanted to get that out there, Rafa.
Thank you, Rafa. All right. Again, great show, Rafa. Thank you for that. Yeah, shout out to all of the fans, all of the content creators, all of the fans, our community, man. You know, united, stay strong, always. Until then, guys, Forza Napoli.
Forza Napoli, sempre campioni d'Italia, sempre.
Campione.
Ancora campioni d'Italia.
Ciao, guys.